on. I am starting my very first Bookish vlog. I don't know how long or how many days this will span over. I have book mail, so I thought we might as well open it. I have quite a few books that I've amassed for quite a while now. The first package, all of these are from Barnes & Noble because I just made a purchase. I haven't made ever a purchase online on Barnes & Noble, so this is a first for me. Usually I just buy my books from like Barnes & Noble in person or Target or Half Price Books, which is like a local bookstore that we have here, or like Walmart, Target, you know. First book we have is My Pride and Joy. By the way, most of these I've already read because I like to borrow my books from the library first, and then once I am sure, like once I've read them and I really like them, then I purchase my own copy because I do not want to waste my money on books that I don't like. I read this over the summer and I really enjoyed it. I haven't stopped thinking about it. This is a story that follows two people, two spies technically, in Shanghai in the 20s. After what happens in Our Violent Delights, or These Violent Delights, I'm not sure, it's coming later. This is what happens after the events of that duology. So this is also a duology. I also have the second book to this in here. I read this one book because this was the only one out in the summer, and I really enjoyed it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and it got me to reread the Violent Delights duology because I really enjoyed her writing and the way that she writes angst and romance, and it's really great. I really like it. I will definitely reread this because obviously I have to read the second book to it, which I haven't read, and I also bought the novellas that come as well because they were having, Barnes & Noble were having a sale over box sets, and it came in a box set, so I was like, I might as well support my queen, Chloe Gong, because she's a Shakespeare enthusiast. I love her, and I'm so glad to have her on my shelf. I'm so excited. I'm gonna probably end up annotating this because I remember screaming when I was reading this. By the way, I ordered like 12 books and they shipped like 2 of them separately. Like this came alone, the second book came alone, Foul Lady Midnight, or Foul Lady Fortune, came separately, and then the rest of my books came in a package. So I did not know that they did that. I thought they would wait until all the books are together for them to ship them, but I guess not. I have no idea what this is about. I haven't read these, but this is the Last Violent Call by Chloe Gong, which is a novella situation. I'm not really sure. Oh my god, these are beautiful. They don't have a dust jacket, but look, this is the first one, which is This Foul Murder, and then this one, King and Queen, which is A Foul Thing. I'm not really sure who these follow. I'm so excited to read these because I would love to have more. I believe this is Juliet and Roma, if I'm correct. Beautiful. I love this. Oh, so in A Foul Thing, Roma and Juliet have established themselves. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil them. But in A Foul Thing, it follows Roma and Juliet, and in This Foul Murder, they follow Benedict and Marshall, which are indeed in the Chloe Gong universe. So I'm excited to read these, and I'll probably end up rereading everything, if I'm being honest. Everything in this haul, I'll either reread or I'm not sure. I'll probably reread or like continue on in this series because I haven't read these since the summer, and it's been like 6 months now. Why put a sticker on a book? You know no one wants it. This is Foul Heart Huntsman, which is the second book to the, I forget the name, to the Foul Lady Fortune book, which is the second book to the Foul Lady Fortune series duology. I have not read this book because it just came out, if I'm correct. It just came out recently. Look how beautiful it is. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. I love them so much. I'm so excited to read these. I'm definitely going to reread these, or I'm going to reread this so I can read this because I haven't read this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be back into this universe. Let me open it. I'm so excited. So These Violent Delights follows Roma and Juliet. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, so you obviously already know what's gonna happen, but not really because Chloe Gong be doing the absolute most. This has These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends. Let's look at them because I'm probably going to throw this away, to be honest. I don't really care for this. These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends. Oh, it's gorgeous. It has a dragon on it. I don't know if you could tell. but there's a dragon on it. I love her. I love this series. I love this duology. I have read both of these. Actually, I read them over the summer. Mind you, I listened to the audiobook of this like years and years and years ago when it first came out, and I did not like it. It took me reading Foul Lady Fortune to be like, maybe I should give this another chance. Maybe I just didn't focus enough or pay attention to the audiobook, because that happens. Sometimes my mind will wander and I don't really listen to it. I ended up rereading both of these and I loved them so very much that I needed them on my shelves. I'm so excited about these, like I said multiple times. Look at this. Look at this. Stop it. Shut up right now. Look at them. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling in 1920s Shanghai. That's all I will say. It's so good. Did you, like, honestly, are you surprised? I got The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is the prequel to The Hunger Games. This is the story of President Snow when he was young at the 10th annual Hunger Games, when he becomes a mentor to one of the tributes from District 12. And I went and saw the movie before I read the book, which never happens, but it happened that one time. And I said I have to read the book because apparently you get a lot more of President Snow's point of view and inner thoughts, which is natural. Obviously it's a book, it's in his point of view. I don't know if this is dual POV, I don't know if this is regular, but I'm really excited. This is what the inside looks like, and I wasn't going to buy this, but when I watched the movie I was like, damn, I really do want to be back in the Hunger Games world. So here we are. I'm very excited to read this. There's one thing Suzanne Collins knows how to do, it's build a world. I would carry all of them, but to be honest, I am not in the mood to drop them and hurt them, so I'm not going to do that. But just know I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna go put these on my shelf. I can't wait to find space for them. I love them so very much. Every single book in this book haul has made me the happiest person, and it's like Christmas came early. So, and I don't even celebrate Christmas. I just realized that very soon I'm definitely gonna need new bookshelves, or like to find space on my shelves, because this is not I can't continue to buy books of this weight. Literally, they're beautiful next to each other. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous to get back into this world, bro. You have no idea. That's it. I'll see you another time when there's something book related happening. I'm having a crisis because I don't know what to read. So on the one hand, I am currently making a video of me reading like the top 5 dark academia book talk books, and I am not having a great time personally, because the books that I've read so far have been misses, and I almost DNF'd both of them so far. I DNF'd one. If you watch the video, you'll know. I DNF'd one, and then I pushed through the second one, and I feel like it's going to put me in a reading slump, and I don't want that. And I miss reading the, is it called the Kings of Sin series? You know, what is it called? The King of Greed, King of Wrath, those books by Anna Huang. I just had such a good time reading them, and I haven't felt that in a really long time, because I feel like I get that feeling from reading like trashy romance books, and I haven't read any of those, because I read the Throne of Glass series, and then I jumped into reading the top 5 book talk books, which that was fun. And now that I'm reading the dark academia books, I'm feeling like I'm kind of like trudging along, and I have another video idea that I'm planning to do that might also put me in that, because the first few books in that challenge are questionable at best, because I put them on my TBR like years and years ago. We're talking like maybe 2017, 2018. So it's been a hot minute. And because of that, I feel like I'm going to have a hard time. I don't have a Kindle. I usually read on my iPad, because I have so many books downloaded on my iPad that I want to read, most of them being trashy romances, because I usually download the ebooks when it comes to like trashy romances or books that I want to read but I don't want to purchase like physical copies of. Doing challenges is fun until you burn out, and then the challenges feel like they're about to put me in a reading slump, and it's mid-January and I've only read 3 books. I just need me a trashy romance. So I have some here. This is my iPad. And these are, hold on, these, why is it not focusing on my iPad? Focus on my iPad, baby girl. Yeah, these are what we have on here. So I started reading Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, and I've started it maybe 4 times. I read like 12 pages, 10 pages of it, and then I stop reading. And then
I forget about it, and so I start again, and then I read like 50 pages, and then I forget, and then I start over again, and I feel like I have been doing that because I've been wanting to read it. I just haven't had any time. And then when I was reading the Throne of Glass series, I started it, and I felt like I was already putting on my mental energy into reading the Throne of Glass series and understanding it and making the video for it, that I couldn't possibly read another story because I was burnt out from reading, because I was reading for like 6 hours a day. So now that I'm not doing that, I feel like I'll have enough capacity in my brain to get off of TikTok and get off my phone, because my hours for my phone are criminal right now. My daily time, criminal. I've never been this high, and I don't want to be that. So I think I'm gonna start reading Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. Probably start on Corrupt today because I miss reading a trashy romance. I don't even know what this book is about, to be honest. I didn't even look it up, so maybe I should do that first. But yeah, I have the first 2 books because it's a series, and I'll let you know. I'm gonna get into it. I believe I talked to you, the last time I talked to you guys was about the fact that I wanted to read Corruption by Penelope Douglas, and I've decided actually I won't. And here's my reasoning. It's pretty much because I started reading it, and I realized that the reason why I started over and over and over again, and why I kept not getting interested in the story, is not because I wasn't really paying attention to it. It's just because I'm simply not interested in the story. So that might be the reason why. I might go back to it later. I don't know that I will. I don't know that I won't. If you've read it, please let me know down below what you thought of it, because I honestly don't know right now. Because I DNF'd it, I started reading The Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. It's part of the Avalon Bay series. This is what it looks like. I saw this at Target like forever ago, and I was gonna buy it, but then I saw the reviews on Goodreads said 3.5, and I said, I don't know about that one, chief. So I didn't end up buying it, which is good because I started reading it, and then within the first few pages, I was kind of not into the story anymore, and I wasn't really interested in the characters, so I DNF'd that as well. You can judge me if you want, but I'm in my era of DNFing books. So instead I started Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is what it looks like. Basically, it's a hockey romance, and I love me a good hockey romance. It very much gives me the vibes of Icebreaker, and I loved Icebreaker. I was a fan of Icebreaker. I know there are some people who hate it and some people who love it, but I personally loved it. And it was, I believe, the first hockey romance that I read, so I was really into it. And I even ended up going and buying my own physical copy because I read it on ebook. So I bought my own copy, and I have it, and I annotated it, and I love her, and she's my pride and joy. So because I loved it so much, I was like, oh, let me try. Like, I already had this ebook of Behind the Net, whatever it's called. And I was like, I'm into a hockey romance. It's winter. I was looking at hockey tickets the other day because I was like, let me go to a game. Obviously, I didn't end up buying the tickets, but, I was like, I'll give this book a chance because I feel like it'll be quick to read after DNFing 2 different books. Let me tell you, girl, I'm enjoying, okay? Like, the spice in this book had me... Girl, I'm shy. I cannot read it in public. Girl, I was feeling all sorts of ways reading it. Like, I believe 70% in, something like that. I have 100 pages left. And oh my God, girl. When they got to the spice, I said, oh, I was shook to my bone. To my bone. No joke, no cap, no whatever. I was gone. I was a goner. And I'm enjoying it. It's going by really fast. I just started it 2 days ago, I believe. And I'm already 100 pages away from the end. So that says something. And yeah, I'm enjoying the characters. It's a kind of cringy at points. Like, the characters don't feel that well developed, but because the main character, the girl love interest, is like, she's a singer, musician, she kind of speaks to my heart because I wanted to be a musician at some point. So she writes her own songs. And if you don't know what it's about, it's basically a hockey romance where the guy is like, he takes care of his mom, and he just moved to Vancouver to be a part of a team. And because he's a part of the team, his manager And mind you, he's 26. Because he just moved there recently and he doesn't have anyone and he doesn't really talk to his teammates either, he gets asked if he wants an assistant, and he agrees to have an assistant because it's just him and his mom, and he takes care of his mom. So he agrees to having an assistant, and the assistant that comes in is a girl that he used to be obsessed with in high school, but he pretends that he doesn't know her, and she pretends she doesn't know him, even though she'd just been dumped and she really needs this job. And yeah, that's where it goes from there. It's kind of an enemies to lovers, grumpy sunshine type of love story, but really he's been obsessed with her for years, and I really love it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's fun sometimes to just read something mindless where you can just enjoy yourself. Mind you, this Spice Girl, crazy, spicy, and I love it. I'm in it for real. No questions asked. I'm sat front row, popcorn in my hand, okay? So that's what I've been doing because I DNF'd the other 2 books, and I believe I'll probably finish it either tonight or tomorrow, depending on how I feel, if I want to read again tonight, because I've already read like 400 pages today, so I don't want to burn myself out.
I swear I didn't plan on this being a book haul heavy vlog, but I feel like I don't have any content because I am kind of shy to like vlog my everyday life, so I didn't end up vlogging a lot of my everyday life. But I have some books that I've bought recently that I would like to share with you. So the first one, I don't think anyone is surprised by this after, if you saw my reading 5 romance books to prep for Valentine's Day video. I read this book and I didn't own it because I read a library copy, and I went the very next day and I purchased my own copy. I love her and I am going to reread it probably in July for like a birthday present for myself to annotate it, because I never got to annotate it after reading the library copy, obviously, because it's a library copy. How many times can I say that? Then, okay, I bought this from Amazon. I don't know what this book is about. Sue me, but the only place you can get it is from Amazon. Like, it doesn't sell anywhere else, which is so strange and so mysterious and so like, why, you know? So I thought for that reason, I believe I read, oh my god, the font is crazy small. How many pages is this book? This can't be more than Kingdom of Ash. Surely not. It's 667 pages, which I don't know why that is. Anyways, I read a quote from this on TikTok, possibly Pinterest. I'm not really sure. I read a quote from this and it was really interesting. And so I decided to buy a copy because it said that you could order it. I don't know if it's true or not, but it said you could, the last day you can order it is in February. So I went and purchased it, and it's called The Nectar of War. I didn't even say the name of the book. It's called Nectar of War, the Song of Verity and Serenity. Oh my god, are you okay? By Leilani Helen Aki. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty. I don't know what it's about. I know it's a fantasy, a high fantasy perhaps. Yeah, it says a high fantasy romance, and it's a debut novel. So, you know, I don't know. I'm interested in figuring out what this book is about. The spine is beautiful. The book is beautiful. And it's a high fantasy. And I enjoy my time reading a high fantasy. Maybe I'll read this for one of my videos. Because I honestly, after seeing the font and how many pages this is, I'm like, do I really want to read this? And then in comparison, okay, everyone and their mother was talking about this book for a little bit. That is because Jack Edwards, I believe his name, made a video on TikTok or somewhere that said somebody told him that you think you know love and then you read this book and then you realize you really didn't know love. This is White Nights by Fyodor. I don't know how to say his last name. This is White Nights by Fyodor. You do the imagination part on his last name because I can't say it. This copy is beautiful. I love her. She's beautiful, gorgeous. This is 50 pages, so it's a short story. And people say that you don't know love until you've read this book. So I've decided to give it a read. I haven't read it yet. Maybe I'll read it for a video or something. Or maybe I'll read it in my spare time. I just read... Oh, it's ripped. I didn't even notice that when I first got it. I will probably read this for a video or not. I am very interested in it because I just read Crime and Punishment by the same author last year. And I enjoyed it very much. So I will read this and I will let you know how it goes. And hopefully it's beautiful and lovely and everything good and it doesn't disappoint me. So yeah, that is it for my book haul. This is what they look like. These are my girls. And I will see you later when I have more books to haul. Because obviously, what else am I going to do if not haul books? It's a mental illness. Buying books and reading books are two completely different hobbies and you can't tell me any different. I will not take any comments or questions or concerns. Thank you. That is it. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you enjoy this type of content because it kind of makes me nervous to make vlog content because my life is so boring and every day is the same. And I don't really do anything fun, to be honest, for me to be vlogging like daily or weekly. So I don't know, I decided to do a little vlog because I had some books that I wanted to haul. I like watching vlogs, so for that reason I decided to make my own. But if you enjoy it, let me know and I will make more of an effort to film more of my day-to-day life for these vlogs so that they're at least a little bit more interesting than this. If you did watch it all the way towards the end, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to me. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again next week with another video. Goodbye.